Hey, it's Lauren. Today I'm coming to you with a favorites video. It's been a little while since I've sat down here and chatted to you about all the stuff that I've really been into. So I'm just narrowing it down to the skincare that I have really been gravitating towards since the last time that I sat down and filmed one of these videos. It's a nice mix of old guys that I've fallen more in love with and new dudes that I have gotten into since the new year. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna go in order of application. So first up, I have LEE's Brightening Cleanser. This is the second item I have tried from her range and the second cleanser. I recently reviewed the Rosehip Cleanser in my skincare review, which will be linked in the cards that pop up somewhere right here. Similar to the Rosehip Cleanser, it has a jelly style consistency, but this I'd say is a tad more silky. You apply it to wet skin and it creates a kind of slip that is almost verging on a foam. This has a lovely mix of antioxidants and it really brightens up the skin. I prefer to use this as a second cleanse, but mainly as a morning cleanse because of that wonderful brightness it gives to the skin. I know people use this as a makeup remover. It even says on the description of the product you can use it to remove makeup, but I just feel like when something has such nice ingredients and is not inexpensive, that using it to remove makeup is literally putting money down the drain. No, thank you. So there's been several oils that I have really been into lately, and the first one I'm going to talk to you about is an old favorite. It is Josie Maran's Argan oil. This is probably one of the first things I went out and bought when I got super into skincare. This is the thing that introduced me to oils. And I think that is probably true for a lot of people. I think this is like the oil that brought oils into the mainstream. If that's not correct, let me know down below. But if I remember, this is one of like the oils that was like the oils to like use. It's very antioxidant rich, hydrating, full of vitamins, just a really good all around oil. And when I first got into skincare, I just drank up bottles of it onto my face. And it made its way to the back of my cupboard when I started exploring more oils. But when I was having skincare freak out, I brought this to the forefront. And this, in combination with a bunch of other products, is what helped heal my skin. Next oil and next LEE product is LEE's Squalane face oil. Now this is the olive derived squalane and not the shark's liver derived squalane. Now squalane is actually something that is found naturally in our skin. I think our skin is actually made up of about 12% squalane. It is the principal lipid, natural emollient, very antioxidant rich hydrator of our skin. So the squalane found in olives is very harmonious to put on our own skin. It might not look like I have used that much, but I've actually been using this pretty regularly for like the last 4 weeks, and I only need like a couple of them, and it mixes really well with other products and layers pretty nicely. Moving on to moisturizers, I have Tatcha's Indigo Triple Recovery Cream. Now this is a wonderful blend of indigo, squalane, colloidal oatmeal, green tea, red algae, and just a bevy of other stuff. This stuff is this beautiful blue color, and I just take the tiniest amount onto my ring fingers and I would just rub it into the area along here, and then what was ever left I would dot it onto my face, and I would just use that amount every night for the last few months, and it just really does recover any irritation, soothes the skin. Lovely. I would just wake up and every morning my skin would be getting better. Unfortunately, this is extremely pricey, full priced. I think it's like $125, $135. So I don't particularly see myself indulging in the full size anytime soon. So if any of you out there have tried this and have some dupes for me or something that does something similar, let a girl know. Now I have ULIV's Golden Chai Facial Souffle. I picked this up at the Indie Beauty Expo back in January. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get the video out that I made for that event, but it's on my computer and just staring at me like, finish me, Lauren, finish me. But anyways, I have been adoring this face souffle. It's this really luxurious whipped moisturizer that just melts onto the skin, and it has this beautiful chai, spicy, aromatic sensation onto the skin, and a little bit goes a long way. If you use too much, it can be rather greasy. So as you can see, there's a dent in it, but I've used this pretty regularly and I don't think there's that much product, and I have a feeling this will last me until like the fall. It's very vitamin and antioxidant rich. The first ingredient in it is Manuka honey, and it's got a lot of other wonderful ingredients in it as well, like raspberry leaf, calendula, chamomile, green tea, avocado. This is a newer brand, and I believe this is their only product, and I think it retails for about $39, which, although this might look very small, it is totally worth it. So check this guy out if you are into more natural, independent skincare. So we are going to round out this video with 3 masks that I have been loving a lot. We will start first with this one right here. This is Antipodes Aurora Manuka Honey Mask. As you can see, it is a very, very loved tube. It is bursting from wear, so I probably need to decant this so it doesn't lose any of its active ingredients or get contaminated in any way, because it is getting some cracks in that. So that's one flaw about the packaging, but I love this mask. I realized it was probably getting up there in age, so I started pumping it back into my routine over the last few months, and this is lovely. Manuka honey and me just get along really well. Honey and me, we get along super well. This is a lovely blend of Manuka honey, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, vanilla, and carrot oil. So it's really, really hydrating on the skin. It dries down really nicely, but not in like that clay way on the face where it gets tight. It really hydrates the skin, but it also calms redness and any spots. This is one of my go-to masks when I was getting a lot of flare-ups and pustules and anything really red, because Manuka and me, just like I said, we get along really well, and it really helps get those blemishes out of there. So if you're looking to splurge on a mask, I think this is a really great one to go towards. You get a lot of uses out of it, and it's one of those masks that has like a nice dual purpose. Speaking of honey and masks, next up is Lilfox's Jungle Glow Rainforest Honey Enzyme Cleanser Mask. This is the newest item that is in here as a favorite. I picked this up at Credo, that just opened up a store here in Los Angeles. When I got my mini facial, I got to test this out, and I just fell in love. It is an intoxicating, I know I've used that word several times in this video, but it is such a wonderful aromatic skin ritual. It has really lovely aromas of neroli, grapefruit, honey, and cacao. It just sits really, really luxurious on the skin. It really calms, it really detoxifies, it really hydrates, and I love that you can use it as a cleanser mask. So I've been applying it with a little brush spatula onto my face, and then just letting it sit on there for about 30 minutes, and then emulsifying it with water and just rubbing it in and off my face. It has a lot of great ingredients, like I mentioned, like the cacao and raw honey, along with maracuja oil, white clay, and rose hip. So next and final in this skincare roundup and the masks is the Healy Green Tea Clay Mask. I originally got the small version in an Healy sample pack a while back and was just now getting through it and testing it all out. And I actually still have another use or two out of this. I got a lot of uses out of this, but I love this mask so much that when I saw that it was on promotion in Whole Foods, I snatched it up and brought it into the fam. This is a really lovely, detoxifying, purifying mask that really draws everything out, but not in like an aggravating, going to leave my skin red and raw way. It only has 2 ingredients, green tea and green clay. You take equal parts of the powder, and I just do it in the cup of my hand and I mix it. You can mix it with water. I like to mix it with hydrosols. When I still had one of her hydrosols going, I would just mix it with that. She makes amazing hydrosols, but I've mainly been using the rose water and glycerin spray from Heritage Store. That's really great and really inexpensive, and I would just mix it and then take my little mask brush applicator guy and just scoop it and put it on my face. I used it this morning. So this is a great, actually really affordable mask. Like the amount that's in here is probably going to last me for ages. I think it's about time I did another one of those like best of skincare to buy at Whole Foods, because Healy once in a blue moon goes on promotion there, and you can get this for a relatively reasonable price. And even without a discount, I think Healy is one of those under the radar, really great ingredients, natural skincare brands that doesn't really break the bank to use. All right, that wraps up all of the skincare faves and bays that I've had over the last couple of months. If you haven't checked it out, I recently did a skincare review of a lot of the products I tested out in late summer into fall and winter of 2016. I'll link that down below for you to take a look-see. If you liked this video, I hope you give it a like. And if you really like it, I hope you subscribe so we can do this again sometime real soon. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.